Dear God, thank you for the Sabbath you have given us, the opportunity to come together as your people to study your word, study the advancing light of the third angel. Thank you for this technology that enables us to do that. May you please guide us in this hour. Give us wisdom and understanding. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so for the past studies that I've done this year, we've been doing Acts 27.
Izifundo ebesoloko siqhuba nazo ke bezizika Acts 27.
And it looks like maybe we'll go the whole year just doing Acts 27, the way it's so long.
Ngendlela ke esiside ngayo isifundo kubonakala sengathi singathatha unyaka wonke.
So I'm just giving you a heads up so that you don't tire or you don't get bored.
Ndifuna ke ukumana ndizihlulahlule kahle ukuze zingabi nomdintsi okanye zingasenzi siluze umdla.
Because you remember Acts 27 was our increase of knowledge in 2016.
So khumbula ukuba u-Acts 27 kube yileya wemake i-increase of knowledge ngo-2016.
It was the foundation of the Midnight Cry message.
Bekusiseko ke somlayezo wokukhala kwasebusuku.
So meaning that everything, it contains every DNA of the Midnight Cry message.
Usho ukuthi ke kuphethe zonke iinkcukacha zomlayezo wokukhala kwasebusuku.
Which continues to soar even in this dispensation.
Esoyibona ukuthi yaqhubeka njalo ivela kule dispensation esikuyo.
So as light continues to increase, it takes us back to S27. So we'll forever go back to S27.
Njengoba ukukhanya kuya kukhula ngokukhula buyisela kwakhona kwi-X27 usho ukuthi ke soloko sikhona njalo ku-X27.
Okay, I'm trying to share my screen now. I want to confirm if you're able to see. I'm just going to open a notepad.
Ndizazama ukushare iscreen sami ke ngicela ukuthi confirmele ukuba kuyavela na.
Okay.
Yes, I can see.
All right. Thank you so much. So last time when we did X27, we dwelt on, I think, okay, I put my Bible far off. I want to bring it close. I think it was verse 27 and verse 28.
Sibheka ke u-X27 uverse 28.
That's what we looked at last time. Okay, we have actually tried to do the natural understanding of S27, and now we are busy with the application.
Sesikwenzile ke ukuveza ibali lethu ku-natural sifuna ukwenza i-application.
And verse 27, actually, just to give, just to remind us, you remember this is the ship of Alexandria.
Sizokhumbula ke ukuthi sikhuluma nge-ship se-Alexandria.
And we say that it is a good ship.
Sithe ke ingumkhumbi olungile.
Because when you check the meaning of the word Alexandra, it means defender, protector. So it is a good ship that it protects God's people.
Ngoba masibhekisisa kahle i-meaning yaleli gama Alexander lisho ukukhusela nokuhlenga, sokusho ukuthi lo mkhumbi uwumhlengi abantwana bakaNkulunkulu.
And then when we do the application, this ship is the institution, United States of America, which is the Sixth Kingdom.
Ke masenze application lo uyi-United States of America ukumkani wesithandathu omuhle.
So the Sixth Kingdom, as we know, it begins in 1798 and it goes until Sunday Law.
Siyazi ke ukuba ukumkani besithandathu buqala ngo-1798 buze ke buyofinyelela kwi-Sunday Law.
And we're talking about the institution.
Yabo. Sikhuluma ke nge-institution.
Is it from your background, Futhi? I hear the people talking.
No, it's not my background twin. Maybe someone yeah.
Okay, maybe, yeah. All right, so we're saying that it's this good ship that we're saying that it comes to power in 1798, and then it comes when its end, Sunday Law, which is the shipwreck.
Ilo mkhumbulo ngile esithi uthola amandla ngo-1798.
And the Sunday Law we're talking about, it's 2024.
Bese kufika ku-Sunday Law esikhuluma ngayo sithi ngo-2024.
And then when you read, so this ship goes from 1798, it's on a journey, and that journey is not an easy one. You know, there are struggles and everything on the way. Like for an example,
Yeah, le ndlela ke kusuka ku-1798 akusiyo indlela elula, kunamahlandinyuke, kunezinto ey'ningi eziyinkinga endleleni. Umzekelo,
when you get to around the history of 1863, it goes off course. So if the journey was meant to be on this path, but because of the events that are happening here, it changes the course forever. And it never
umzekelo nje,
goes.
yeah, sorry, umzekelo nje sizobona ngo-1863 ukuthi izinto zizoshintsha, kunesigameko ezenzekalayo ezibangela ukuthi umkhumbi uphume endleleni. Ukuba ubuhlalile kuleya ndlela ngabe kuhambeke kahle, kodwa ngenxa yale nkinga yenzekile uyaphuma umkhumbi endleleni bese awuphinde ubuyele endleleni ekahle.
And because it has changed the route, it's now gonna pass through Lycia. It's gonna experience a storm somewhere here, and then it's all because of the different route and the other circumstances. It's now experiences things that it was never gonna experience if it had taken another route. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ngoba-ke uye waphuma endleleni wahamba ngenye indlela bengamelanga ukuthi uhambe ngayo, uzohamba udibana ney'nkinga eziningi, kuney'tomi endleleni, izinto engabe akukaze uhlangane nazo ukuba ubuhlale endleleni e-right.
And as much as it's gonna break down here when the storm hits, and it's gonna be tied in ropes, it continues to serve its purpose, which is to protect the people, which is literally the people in the ship. As long they were inside, they were still protected. So it continued to do its job up until the very last point where there was shipwreck.
Noma-ke izinkinga zizoba khona endleleni, kodwa umkhumbi wona uzoqhubeka wenza umsebenzi wawo. Kanye ngexesha kufika phaya kwindaba ukuthi uyazama ukuphahlazeka, bayazama ukubopha. Kubonakala sengathi ke masikhuluma nje ngo-literal abantu abaphakathi as long as bezohlala emkhunjini babonakala besafe kuze ke kube sekugcineni mase uphahlazeka impela.
Because you remember there was a time when the are people that wanted to go out of the ship, and Paul was like, no, these men should stay because if ever they go out, you are not safe. So their safety was in the ship and it did its job until the very last minute.
Kanye ngaleya ndlela esikhumbulayo ukuthi kuke kwathi njengoba behamba oPaul bacabanga ukuphuma emkhunjini bajambe, wathi uPaul hlalani la ngaphakathi ngoba manike nalinga naphuma nizolimala. Ngempela ke bahlalile and lokho nje behleli bazohlala be-safe bengaphumanga.
Yes. So I guess I'm just trying to emphasize the goodness of the ship in this whole time period from 1798 until the shipwreck, that it did its job. It fulfilled its purpose in this whole history despite its condition.
Siveza ke nje ukuthi kusukela ngo-1798 lo mkhumbi uwenzile umsebenzi wawo omuhle okugcina abantu bekhuselekile noma isimo sawo besisibi kangakanani, kodwa kwenzekile ukuthi abantu as long as behlele ngaphakathi babe nako ukuthi babe safe.
Okay, so when we study verse 27 and 28, we are given the signs that the end is near, which is the shipwreck. There are signs that
okay, masifika ku-verse 27 no-verse 28 sinikezwa izimpawu ezichaza ukuthi ukuphahlazeka komkhumbi kuseduze.
Do you remember the signs?
Sasikhumbula-ke lezi zimpawu. Yes.
We have
the row breakers.
Yes, the row of breakers, and the other one?
The measurements of the fathoms, the 20 and the 15.
Okay, thank you so much. So this waymark, when we do the application, this is 2021, the waymark of Penium 2021. So this is where we get, okay, this is where the Paul and the other people in the ship, they could tell that they were towards the end of the journey because they heard the sound of the waves.
So sinezimpawu ezimbili esizitholileyo ezichaza ukuthi ukuphahlazeka komkhumbi sekuseduze. Sithe sisandi samaza amagagasi olwandle nalo kwakumesha abakwenzile lo wa 25 no 20 fathoms ochaza ukuthi sekuseduze. Esaziyo ukuthi ke makuseduze kusho ukuthi umkhumbi yaphahlazeka. Lokhu kwenzeke ngo-2021. My apologies, Trina, I'm trying to also translate what I've been saying. That's why I'm long. Yeah.
All right, no worries. So we tried to look in the Bible what the row of breakers mean, the sound of the waves mean. Do you remember what we found from the other verses? Because we just did a proof reference, proof text to find out what that means.
Sizamile ke sisebenzisa amanye amavesi eBhayibhelini ukuchaza ukuthi i-row breakers, that is sasande samaza sisho ukuthini. Senzeke leya nto kuthiwa yi-text referencing. Ngabe sisakhumbula ukuthi besithe kuchazani ama-row breakers?
Okay, for the sake of time,
yes. Yeah, you said it's a turmoil that is caused by people, the unrest. Okay. Yeah, the disruption. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. It's the noise of the sea, the noise of the waves, the tumult of the people. That's what we said last time. Thank you so much, Foot.
Sitheke leya ngxokozelo enziwa ngabantu isiphithiphithi abantu beyaluzela bengalawuleki bengaphatheki.
So when we came to when we did the application, we said this refers to the event that took place on 6 January in 2021.
Sitheke masenza application lesi siphithiphithi so abantu bengalawuleki sesasigameko sika 6 January 2021.
So my my intention or my desire is that we really understand what took place in January 2021.
Isifiso sami ke bese ukuthi sibone kahle sazi kahle ukuthi yini le yenzakala ngesigameko sika January 6, 2021.
And it will help us to see how it was a sign for shipwreck.
Izosiza ke ukuthi sibone kahle ukuthi ingani sithi bekuyiphawu lokuphahlazeka komkhumbi.
So for us to understand the end, of course, we have to go back to the beginning.
Ukuze ke sikwazi ukubona okuzokwenzeka ekugcineni kufanele siyobona okwenzekala ekuqaleni.
Which is how the US or how the Constitution was founded, or what was the plan in terms of what God intended, or was the plan, what the founding fathers had in mind.
Sizokwazi ukubona kahle ukuthi uma benza i-Constitution yase-America babenani emqondweni wabo nokuthi uNkulunkulu befuna kwenzekeni.
So the people of God, in terms of the civil side of it, are coming from the fifth kingdom.
Labantwana bakaNkulunkulu ke uma sibheka kahle baphuma kulowa mbuso wesihlanu.
And in this, what system of governance was in place here during the fifth kingdom?
Kuloku umkani wesihlanu ke imuphi uhulumende obekhona okade lawula?
It were the kings, or we want to say the emperors, or want to say the monarchies.
Okay, bekuwukumkani okanye singathi bekuyi-emperor okanye singathi ama-monarchies.
So this was the system of governance in this time.
Nawo uhulumende obekade lawula ngaleso sikhathi.
And then we understand that, the fifth kingdom was a beast kingdom, meaning the political institutions were being controlled by the women who had a bad ideology.
Sizokhumbula ke ukuthi bekuwuhulumeni we-beast wehamnqa lapho iziphathamandla zilawulwa umfazi onengcamango ethize.
And usually, let me just put it simple. So what were the so the kings, the emperors, the monarchies, together with the women, the intention, I'm asking a question, was it to serve the people, or they were to serve themselves?
So ndibuza umbuzo ke mase khona lo hulumeni onje la kule hamnqa khona ilawulwa umfazi, ngabe uhulumeni unenjongo zokukhusela abantu, zokunika abantu inkonzo okanye unakekele isiqu sakhe? Umbuzo loyo.
And whoever agrees with their ideology. When I say they want to serve themselves, so it's whether themselves and everyone else who believes in their ideology. It's a question I'm asking.
So rephrase that again, Twin.
So I'm asking if the fifth kingdom served the people, or it served itself. When I say itself, I mean okay, let me not ask the question. Let me just say so to continue. I'm struggling not to answer.
Okay, besifuna ukwazi ke ukuthi ngabe lo umkani wesihlanu besabanakekele yini abantu noma besezinakekele yena?
Okay, so anyway, so this kingdom, we know, I just struggled to ask the question, but it was not serving the people. It was the opposite. Like, when you're not serving the people, what are you doing? You're serving yourself, your interests.
So siyazi ke ukuthi vele lo umkani sesibona ukuthi bengasanakekelanga izidingo zabantu besezinakekele yena.
Okay, so there were revolutions.
kwaba khona uvukelo ke.
So the revolutions were, a rebellion or a protest against this type of a government that serves itself, that does not cater for the needs and the wants of the people, that does not protect the right of the people.
Lolu vukelo ke luzovela ngoba abantu baphikisa le ndlela lo rhulumente enza ngayo ukuthi akasabanakekelanga izidingo zabo namalungelo wabo, usezibhekelele yena yedwa.
So there were revolutions whether across to Europe, they took time, it didn't happen at the same time, but we're focusing on the American Revolution. So, well, they fought against, okay.
Vele ke lokuzothatha isikhathi kodwa ke sizogxila kule kokwenzeka eAmerica, oluvukelo lwenzeka eAmerica.
So the purpose or the what the founding fathers had in mind was to by all means create a system that served the people.
Into ababenayo ke aba bantu bebeqala lo mbuso eAmerica ukuthi bafuna ubukumkani okanye urhulumente ozonakekela izidingo zabantu,
which is to protect or defend the rights of the people.
Umsebenzi wawo ke ukuthi bakhusele bese bamele ukuthi amalungelo wabantu abhekelelwe.
And for days, not for days, for months, they sat in Philadelphia drafting the Constitution.
Bahlale ke izinyanga ezithile ePhiladelphia bekhanda umgaqo-siseko.
There were debates and everything, disagreements and stuff, but one thing they had in common was to come up with a governing system that is fair, that is free, and that protects the rights of the people.
Ewe kona bekhona ukuphikisana xoxa ke xovula lo mba, kodwa noma kunjalo injongo yabo ibiyeyokokuba makusekwe urhulumente obhekelela amalungelo wabantu, obhekelela izidingo zabantu ngokufanayo, ngokukhululekileyo.
And what they came up with was a constitution that separated the powers.
Into ke bavumelene kuyo kube yokokuba makube khona umgaqo-siseko ozowuthi ke amandla la olawulo uwahlulahlule.
And made a system which we call the check and the balances.
Baphuma ke nendlela ethile enkqubo yokulawula apho kuzawubhekelelwa into yokuthi kube khona ukubambisana ngokulinganayo.
But their main fear was really this branch, because remember they are coming from a period, or they are running away from the kings. So they wanted to make sure that the governing system they are putting in place, by all means, there's not going to be a king.
Unxunguphalo labo ke belukhona kona kule ndawo esiyibona ke eyixakisile, ngoba bebesuka ekuphathweni kakubi ngukumkani, bebefuna uqiniseka into yoba lo urhulumente bazomseka uzuba nanto yakwenza kuba kube khona ubuzwilakhe bokumkani njengendlela bekwenzeke ngayo ngaphambili.
They made sure that in the drafting of the constitution, it becomes clear that the president is rules temporarily, unlike the kings or the emperors or the monarchs. They are there for life, and it's in their, like when they die, their child takes over, something like that. But they make sure that they put systems in place that a president does not rule for life. They have to run for 2 terms, and then the next one takes over, something like that.
Bebesuka ke kwindlela karhulumente apho ukumkani into yokulawula ibililifa lakhe, noba angafa kophinde kuqhubeleke abantwana bakhe, ibe yiloo nto ke umphelo. Bafuna ukuqiniseka ke ngoku xa besekela urhulumente omtsha into yoba yena upresidenti makangaqhubi ngoluya hlobo kodwa makasuke abe nje nokuseva ii-terms zibe mbini ashenxe ke emveni koko.
It might look, obvious or simple now that, of course, 2 terms president goes away. But in that time, it was really that concept was not common. It was like, that's why I bet it's the American experiment. Like literally, because I think I read that the Great Britain king of the time was like, if George Washington steps down after the 2 terms, then he's the real king. Because, it- like, when other nations hear about that, they were like, there is no way that thing is happening. We take for granted because we're living 200 years later and thinking it's a norm. But at that time, it was really a strange, fragile concept.
Bekuyimeko ebinobuzaza kakhulu le ibijongiwe singayibona seyingathi yinto engasindo nje enganabuzaza kakhulu kamba beyijonge.
What's you are breaking on my side? I'm not sure if it's my network or it's yours.
She's breaking.
Oh, me. It's me, right?
You are breaking.
Hello?
Yeah, you are much better now.
Oh, okay. I think because there was somebody who was attempting. Oh, there was somebody who was attempting a call. I think that's the reason.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much. So,
Apologies for that.
all right, no worries. So, so so the system was set up, and they made sure that, between the 3 branches, they were able to hold each other in check, or if any other branch tried to do their own way, the other one will bring it back in line.
Babuseke kakuba urhulumente ngohlobo lento yoba lo nxantathu la masebe mathathu elinye lijonge elinye indlela elenza ngayo. Akukho sebe lizawukwenza unothanda. Uba liphume ecaleni lizawukhawuleza libuyisele endleleni ngokukhawuleza.
Okay, so I'm just gonna focus on this presidency because yeah, we that's where we're going. So keeping at the back of mind that we're trying by all means to run away from kings, and to do that, to make sure that leadership is temporary, it's not forever. So one way to make sure that it's temporary.
Sikhumbule ke into yoba sithetha ngabantu abasuka ekuphathweni kakubi ngukumkani. Baqondile ke into yoba eyona nto kufuneka beyiqwalasele kakhulu apha kukuba eli sebe lobuprezidanti alihlali ngonaphakade, lihlala nje umzuzwana liphinde liphume.
And one way to remove the president is through elections.
Indlela ke yokuqiniseka uba urhulumente lo okanye upresidenti uyasuswa kungolonyulo.
And we'll just because I want to explain January 6th, I think it will be appropriate for me to kind of try to explain briefly how the election system works in America.
Ngola nje xa ndizama ukucacisa esaa siganeko sikaJanuary 6 ukhe ndiveze indlela ulonyulo oluqhutywa ngayo eAmerica.
Okay, so every state votes for whoever they wanna send as. Okay, so there are 50. How many are they? 50. The last time I checked, if my memory serves well, there are 50 states in America.
Uma ngikhumbula kakuhle ke izizwana ezikhona e-America ziyi-50 eziba khona evotweni.
So these states are going to vote their electoral candidates, the people that are gonna go and vote. The people in the states, they don't vote directly for the president. They vote for the people who are going to go and vote for the president.
Ezi zizwana ke azimvoteli ngokunokwazo ngqo upresident, kodwa ziyavota zona, zivotela othile ozophuma apha kuzo ozayokuzivotela ke ngoku phaya phambili ukuze ke kuvotele upresident lo bamphathisileyo.
So depending how big the state is, determines how many representatives you're going to send to go and vote for the president.
Abameli ke abazophuma kwesi sizwana inani labo lizawuxelwa bubukhulu besizwana eso.
Okay, so some states will have 3, some will have 11, some have 16, 8. So depending on the state, how big, so they are voting for their representatives.
Uzokushiyana ke ngobukhulu bazo, ezinye zizawunikwa ithuba labameli abathatha, ezinye abayi-11, abanye abayi-16, njalo njalo kushiyashiyana ke ngokobukhulu be-state eso.
So when the state is voting, all the representatives are either gonna be Democrats or they are gonna be Republican. No one state is gonna have maybe a fraction of Republicans and a fraction of Democrats. When they are voting to say, okay, we are sending Democrats or we are sending Republicans. So if 51% says we are sending Democrats, then it means all the 11 representatives are going to be the Democrats that are being sent to go and vote. They are not going to divide the number and say 6 and 5. All the representatives will be for just one party.
Isizwana ke esi xa sikhupha abavoti sibakhupha bethetha ilizwi linye bonke. Uba ngaba bayi-16, boyi-16 kuvunyelwana into yobovotela i-Democrats, bazawufika beyiloo nto bezi-Democrats. Okanye uba ngaba boyi-16 bazi-Republicans, bazokwenza loo nto. Akukho into bakuzothiwa hayi bangahlulahluleka, bazawufika bathethe ilizwi elinye baphuma nalo esizweni beyovota ngolo hlobo ke.
So in total, the Electoral College is made of 538 delegates.
Aba bameli ke xa befika phaa besuka kwizizwana ezahlukeneyo kulaa college bafika beyi-538.
So these are the ones that vote for the president.
Le 538 ke le iza kuvotela upresident.
So okay, whichever party wins, it means that we divide this number by 2 and it's gonna be it's 269. So whichever party is gonna have 270 delegates already can predict that they are the ones that are gonna win.
Uba ngaba ke singalahlula kabini eli nani, sizawufumana u-270 kwelinye icala. Ithetha ukuthi ke loo nto ukuba ngaba kwezi parties zimbini enye ifumane eli nani lingu-270, siyakwazi ukuqikelela into yoba kuzawuwina lona elo qela elinabameli abayi-270.
And then, okay, so once these ones have voted, okay, the results are not counted on the same day. They're gonna be counted by the Congress.
Iziphumo ke zabavoti aziphumi ngoko nangoko, sezeyobalwa, zibalwa ke yiCongress.
Okay, so talking about 2020, the elections here for the states, they happened on 3 November.
Ake sibuyela ke koluya voto luka-2020, elections ziye zaqhutywa ngomhla wesi-3 kuNovemba.
So they were electing the delegates. So by okay, 3 November, and then the delegates themselves, they cast the votes on the let me check. I think it was 18 December, but I wrote it somewhere.
Saqinisekisa ke kodwa ngomhla ka-3
Okay.
kaNovemba konyulwa aba bantu ke sithe ngabo bazayovotela upresident aba ke besithe bayi-538. Ulonyulo
Yeah.
lona luqhutywe ngalo mhla ke besawujonga.
And then the delegates themselves, they cast the vote on the 14th of December.
Ize ke ii-delegates ezi ke zona ziyovota ngomhla we-14 kaDisemba.
And then the results of these delegates were going to be counted by the Congress on the 6th of January the following year.
ICongress ke bizawuthi ibale iziphumo zezivoti zaba bavoti ngomhla ka-6 January kunyaka olandelayo 2021.
Okay, so on the 3rd of January, I think it was on the 4th already, because it was 2 the following day. Already,
Mhla
some of
wesithathu
the results.
kuJanuwari.
Okay, so there are states in America, I think we've heard the terms. Some they are called blue states, some are called red states.
Ngomhla ke wesithathu kuJanuwari endifuna ukuthi ke besekuhleli kungumhla wesine kuba besekuyintsimbi yesibini ekuseni. Kunezizwana ke phaya ezaziwayo, ezinye ezaziwa ngoba zii-blue states eAmerica, ezinye zaziwa ngoba zii-red states.
Okay, so these states, they know that come rain, come thunder, consistently for the past how many years, they've always voted for one party. So if what? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my apologies. Ezi zizwana ke ziyaziwa into yoba noba sekumnyama entla ukuba ngaba zizibophelele ekubeni zingu-blue zawuhlala zingu-blue uba zingu-red zingu-red.
So yes, there are states like that that have always voted for the Republican Party, and they call them red states. And some have always voted for Democrats, so they call them blue states. So as much as on the midnight of November 3,
Kwezi zizwana ke bisesitshilo ke okokuba ezinye ziyaziwa uba zingama-Republican zibizwa ngoba zii-red states, ezinye zezama-Democrats zibizwa ngoba zii-blue states. Yiyo ke lisithi ke le nto ngoku ngeli xesha kufika lo mhla wokuvota.
so on that night of the elections, what the campaign officials are like, their eyes are on the swing states, like the because there are other states that sometimes they change, they are blue, sometimes they are red, sometimes they are blue. Their eyes or their attention is focused on these swing states. And
Ngobu suku bokuvota ke amehlo ikakhulu athe ntsho kwezi zizwana kuthiwa zii-swing states, zona zaziwayo into yoba zilala ziphethuka. Ziyakwazi uba bezigqityelwe zingu-red kuthi kanti sezijikile zaba ngu-blue.
okay, so an example of those two states is the state of Georgia and the state of Arizona. Those are swing states. Sometimes they are Democrats,
IGeorgia,
sometimes they are Republicans.
iGeorgia ke neArizona ngumzekelo omhle wala mazwe sithi zii-swing states, ezi zona zilala ziphethuka.
So already, maybe the Republicans, they know that they've got, maybe it's a rough example that I'm giving. They'll say, it's okay, we already have 100 of our states that we know for sure they always vote for us. So now they are looking, they are just waiting, or maybe let me say 200. Okay, we have 200 delegates that are they are faithful, they always vote for us. We just need 70, and they need them from these swing states. See, so when the results of swing states come out, even if the results of the the other red states have not come out. It's a guarantee they know. They're just waiting for the results of the swing states.
Masingenza kumzekelo sithi mhlawumbi i-Republicans sezinazo wala mazwana eziwaziyo uba wona qinisekile azawuvotela wona. Kodwa ke ngoku ukuze babe nokuphumelela mhlawumbi make sithi bashota ngabantu abayi-70 balinde kwezi zizwana esithi zi-swing states. Ekuthi ke xa ngaba bekhe baqonda into yokuba khona abantu abathile abazovotela bona phaa baqiniseke uba sebewinile.
Okay, so midnight, 3rd of November, around 2 o'clock, the results of the swing states are all out. So it was easy. As much as the results, I mean, the counting is not done because the other states are not, but the results of the swing states are out. So everyone can predict who has won. And the results coming out saying that Biden has won the election.
Naku ke ngoku ngobusuku bukaNovemba ezi swing states ebesithe zizo ezenza into yokuba kucace uba leliphi necala eliza kuwina. Kuthi noba kungekagqitywa ncam ukubalwa, kodwa xa kubalwe iivoti ze-swing states sekwazi uba ungaqikelela nawe uba kuwina eliphi na icala. Naku ke ngoku iziphumo ze-swing states ziveza ukuba ii-swing states zivotele uninzi uBiden, nguBiden ke owinayo.
Okay, so Trump is in office, and yeah, because he was a president then. Like, so they are not sleeping that night. They are waiting whether to go out, and declare victory or give a speech, something. And then when the results come out and saying no, you have lost, there was discussions now. What do we do? Should we wait? But anyway, Trump's advisors, they're like, no, let's just wait for the other states to count the votes, and then yeah, we cannot say anything because yeah, let's just wait. But there's just this one person who had a different opinion.
Akulalwanga ke uTrump nje besisazi behleli selilawulweni seofisi kulindwe into yoba makubalwe. Naku ke iziphumo ziveza into yokokuba uTrump uyabethwa ivoti. Kuyaxoxwa ke amabunza shushu into yoba masenze njani. Kuthiwa hayi, masikhe silinde noko singenzi imigushuzo nje babe siplane into yoba uba siyawina siyahamba siyoveza siyomemezela ebantwini basiwinile. Kodwa ke ngoku xa sibetheka ngolu hlobo masikhe silinde singabi namnyakazo siyenzayo, kodwa kube khona lo omnye umntu oza nembono eyahlukileyo kuleyo uba makukhe kulindwe.
Yeah, it was Rudy Giuliani. He is Trump's personal advisor. He was like, no, let's go out and declare victory and tell people that we've won the elections, and that Biden have stolen the elections or there's been some fraudulent activities, but we actually won the elections. And Trump listens to him.
NguRudy Giuliani ke lo ofaka lo moya wento yoba no, masingahlali masiye ebantwini siyobaxelela uba thina siwinile. Into nje yenzekileyo kuba uBiden neqela lakhe bantshontshwe iivoti zethu, masingayithathi leyo uba siwinanga. Nyhani ke uTrump ngokwenene ayithathe le ngcebiso kaRudy Giuliani.
And Rudy Giuliani continued to frame this, come up with conspiracies just to empower Trump on this direction that the election has been stolen. He will come up with some allegations that Trump's ballots were dumped in rivers and that dead people were voted for Biden. That's why he got so many numbers, and that there are other people that were selling the ballots, and the machines are miscounting. They are counting Joe Biden's votes maybe about 3 times, and then whereas Trump is just counted once. There were just so many allegations that he came up with that Trump took and ran with.
Bebuninzi ke ubuxoki aza nabo uRudy Giuliani lo nobuthandiweyo nguTrump. Uzinto ezifana nento yokuba kucutshwe imishini ukuze le mishini ithi xa ibalela uTrump ivoti ibale kube kanye, kodwa xa ifika kuBiden ziphindaphinde kathathu. Obunye ubuxoki bokuba abantu abafayo baye bathathwa banzwa ngongathi ngabantu abaphilayo bavotiswa. Obunye ubuxoki bube bobuthi kukhona ii-ballot papers ezibonwe zilahlwe emlanjeni ebezisele zisenzelwa eli lenxa loba makube kuwina uBiden, uTrump yena adlelwe indlala.
So there are states that he targeted, like especially Georgia and Arizona. And the reason why he targeted these states, like when he was putting these allegations that these things are happening, he will say they are happening in Georgia. And the reason why he targeted Georgia specifically.
Zibini ke ezi zizwana bevele ebeka kuzo ezi zityholo, ngakumbi iGeorgia, esithi ke zonke ezi zinto zokukwebiwa kweevoti nokungcolelwa kwakhe yena Trump zenziwe kwezi zizwana, ngakumbi iGeorgia. Nasikho isizathu sesibangela into yoba ahlale kuyo iGeorgia eyityhola.
It's because Georgia is controlled by Republicans at almost every level of government. Like all the positions, it's Republicans. So he targeted, and that time, I think Georgia had 11 delegates.
Isizathu ke kukuba iGeorgia ulawulo lwayo lonke abantu abasezintanjeni ngamaRepublican. Ngoku ke ngeliya xesha xa ndicinga ndikhumbula kakuhle ingathi abameli bephuma eGeorgia bebeyi-11.
Okay, so by the end of the elections, Trump had 232 votes, and Biden, so this is Trump, and Biden had 306 votes. So remember, we said how many do they need to win? So meaning that Trump was short by how many delegates to win? He was short by 38.
So xa kugqitywa kubalwa iivoti kufumaniseka uba uTrump ufumene iivoti eziyi-232, uBiden yena eziyi-306. Sikhumbule ke into yokokuba besithe omnye kubo udinga iivoti eziyi-270 ukuze abe uyakulwina ulonyulo. Ithetha ukuthi ke loo nto uTrump beshota nge-38 yonke.
Okay, so he targeted those states that he knew they were Republican controlled. So, like for an example, we said Georgia had 11 delegates. No, Georgia had actually 16, and then Arizona had 11. I just took these two examples. So he knows that once he wins one state, like all these were gonna give him how many? 27, but you are still short. But the plan was you're gonna start with the easy targets, and then you move on to the other hard ones. So he started putting pressure, and pressure on Georgia that they should recount, re-vote, re-what, because the votes were stolen there.
iGeorgia ke xa ikhumbula kakuhle abameli babe beyi-16, kwelinye ilizwana ngebeyi-11. Ithetha ukuthi ke loo nto yi-27 ebenokuyifumana xa ebengakhe awine okokuba aboyise iqalelwe yonke le nkqubo. Ubejonge ke kwezi zizwana ngoba uzibone zizizo ezingathi zilula ukuba angazibetha. Xa bekunokwenzeka azoyisela ekubeni kuqalelwe ukuvotwa, bezawufumana amandla ngokuya kwezinye ke ezingathi zilikhulu.
Yeah, so there's it wasn't Brandon. No, it was the mayor of Georgia. He gave a statement. If you can just check it on YouTube, it was that message was strong. I don't think anyone has ever talked to Trump like that. But then he came out strong saying that, Trump, because the officials in Georgia started receiving threats, whether the Trump fans will be, because, okay, let me start afresh. Angithi, Trump is claiming that, there were fraudulent activities in Georgia, and then he's calling the state officials to fix the mess. But then he also saying, no, they don't want to fix it. So the fans will be now threatening, the officials, whoever they will be receiving threat messages or emails, people saying you're gonna die or something like that. So the mayor came out saying, you know what, Trump, you need to stop. Someone is gonna
Imeya,
die, someone is gonna.
okay. Imeya ke yaseGeorgia ibonakala ithetha kalukhulu noTrump ngendlela engazange ikhe ibekho ngaphambili. Kulandela ke izoyikiso nezothuso ebezisenziwa nguTrump nabalandeli bakhe bezijolise phaa eGeorgia. Yaza ke le nto yamphatha kakubi ke lo meya waqonda naye into yoba akazumyeka uTrump uzawuphendula ngendlela emenza ambone into yoba naye akamoyiki.
Okay, so, and that mayor is a Republican. And then also he tried to put pressure on Arizona. He had lost by 11,000. I remember the number, but okay, so let's say 720. So he's like, the call was even recorded. He's like, no, I just need 11,720. You must see where you're gonna find these ballots. And then I think his name is who? Is Brad or something like that. And then he's like, where am I gonna, like, he's asking him to do something against the constitution. I was like, no, I was so shocked that the president even asking me to do that. Where am I gonna cook these votes? There is no way I'm gonna do this. But he also put pressure on Arizona to say, I need 11,000 votes. And when he was on that call, Trump is bringing this allegation to say, dead people are voting, about 5,000 people are voting, and he's saying, what? No, actually, dead people that voted, there are only two. And I was like, no, why are you trying to? I'm not asking you to prove me right or wrong. All I want you is just to agree and give me those 11,000 votes. That's all I need from you. Don't tell me only two people, like the way he was just putting pressure on him.
Ngangendlela uTrump ebebonakala esengxakini ngayo, imeya ibikhona phaya eArizona enguBrad ibibonakale iphantsi koxinzelelo olukhulu. UTrump uyamxelela uthi iza nevoti ezi-11,720 noba uzithathe phi, ngoba ke mna ndifuna ivoti ukuze ndikwazi ukuphuma kule ngxaki endikuyo. Uyothuka ke omnye into yoba ithethwa kanjani loo nto ngupresident yoba athi noba uzithathe phi. Uphetha ke mfaka ezityholo zoba kuthiwa abantu abayi-5,000 bonke apho bavotile abafileyo. Uthi omnye bebebabini kuphela. Athi uTrump, andifuni undixelela uba undilungisa, ndifuna ivoti mna, into endiyifuna ngalo mzuzu. Iyamothusa ke noko esi similo nale ndlela yokuqhuba kwakhe engavumelaniyo konke konke nomgaqosiseko.
I'm laughing the way you're saying it.
Sorry.
No. So, after some time, because he started putting pressure between 3 January and 14 before the delegates, could go and do the actual vote. Like, those are the days when he was putting pressure on the states, but it became clear he was not winning. As much as, those officials he was speaking to, they were Republicans. I think he thought it was going to be easy, but, people had to choose between the Constitution and the president. And they're like, in this case, Mr. President, no, we can't. So it became clear that at the state level, he was losing. He could not control. He could not get them to do whatever he wanted.
NgamaRepublican ke nezinkokheli yiyo nale nto ibangele uba uTrump abe nethemba loba xa ithetha kubo bazawuthetha ulwimi oluvanayo. Kodwa kwamothusa ke kubandla kwamphoxa into yoba bona aba bantu babonakala bengaboni kubalulekile ukukhetha upresident obonakala ephuma kumgaqosiseko. Bamile bakhetha ukuma nomgaqosiseko, bathi hayi Mr. President, le uyithetha into yona sizuyenza.
And at the same time, cases were being filed at the courts. It was busy. The courts that, all those claims that, the election was stolen, the papers in the rivers, the other suitcases under the table, it just came with, ballots for Biden already and stuff. Like, the courts were busy, but one after the other, the courts were just saying no, there is no evidence of all these claims. So it was just refuting. He was not winning at the courts.
Zixakekisiwe ke neenkundla zomthetho kufakwa amatyala nguTrump, elinye phezu kwelinye emangalela uBiden, phathe kuthi iivoti zize ngesuitcase, aphathe kuthi ezinye iivoti bezifihlwe phantsi kwebhedi. Ikhothi kodwa noko ibuya ingamncedi nganto uTrump isithi hayi akho bungqina, imkhabe ke ngawumane. Ubonakala uTrump ke engawini nakwelinye icala, uba kwazama ngapha izinto azimhambeli kakuhle.
Okay, so on the 14th of no, yes, on the 14th of December, the delegates, the electoral college, they go and cast the votes, and the votes are sealed. They're
Mhla
gonna be
ka-14.
they're gonna be counted the following year. So during that time, between 14th and the 6th, still there are efforts that Trump made.
Mhla ka-14 Disemba kuyahanjwa ke kuyovotwa ke ngoku. Zitywinwe iivoti, zivalwe ngci, kuba zizawuvulwa kunyaka olandelayo. Kodwa noxa kunjalo, phakathi kwalo mhla ka-14 kaDisemba kuya kunyaka olandelayo, Trump akalali, usazama iinzame zoba makabe uyakwazi ukungena kolu lonyulo ngandlela ithile.
On the 18th of December, there was an agent meeting. There are people that came to the White House, Michael Flynn and Sidney Powell. Like, I think these names were familiar. Tess would mention these names, in her presentations, Elder Tess.
Elder Tess ke wakhankanyile ke la magama uthina sewavezile, ndicinga into yoba ngamagama enijwayeleneyo nawo. Ngamagama ke abantu abeye babiza umhlangano ophuthumayo mhla ka-18 kaDisemba.
Yeah, so they summon Trump and his advisors to the office. They are giving advice. Would see he should what do you call it? You should order martial law.
Babizela ke uTrump ngokukhawuleza eofisi, besithi ke makenze ke oku asekubekile ke uthwini martial law.
Yeah, so they're creating a picture now, which we're in a crisis, and the only thing that you can put things in order now is to order this martial law. And when you're ordering martial law, it's you are making the military now to take over to run the country, and everything else is gonna be like on hold. Other government offices and like there's gonna be fewer freedom, but the military is the one that takes over. So they were giving him advice, which the situation now needs the military.
Benza ke olu ngenelelo lokuba bamcebise uTrump ngokuthi sebenzisa ke le order ye-martial law. Yimeko ke apha ekuthiwa isizwe siphantsi kwesimo esiphuthumayo kakhulu, esidinga into yoba kubekwe iintambo phantsi ngabanye abantu, ulawulo ke ngoku lunikezwe umkhosi. Bamcebisa ngolo hlobo ukuthi uba makenze kanjalo, ngokuba kungenjalo izinto ngoku zonke zibonakala zizamjikela.
Trump advisors, they were there and they were against that idea. Apparently, that meeting went on for the whole night. It was heated. People were insulting each other. It was that bad. When you're listening to the audios, I can't even say some of the words. It was bad, but it was Michael and Paul against Trump advisors. The advisors are like, no, this is illegal. This is unconstitutional. We can't do this. And then Michael and Paul are saying, no, we need to do this. It's urgent. It's the only way we're gonna, win this. And Trump was just sitting there. He was just listening and he was just watching the debate between the two. And he's the one who was supposed to take the decision, what is he gonna do afterwards.
Paul no and who?
It's
Paul
Michael and
Michael no Paul aba babizele ntlanganiso bezocebisa ke uTrump uba makenze oku. Eli cebo labo alithathwa konke konke ngabacebisi bakaTrump. Ibe shushu kakhulu ke le ntlanganiso, iqhube ubusuku bonke, kukubi kubethwana ngamazwi. Xa unokuyivula ke kula majelo ooYouTube uyombona yena uTrump ehleli phaya endwanyile engazi uba makathini, kodwa nguye kulindeleke into yoba makabe nesigqibo ekugqibeleni. Ngoba kuyaxoxwa ngabacebisi bakaTrump besithi le nto ayikho semthethweni, iyaphikisana nomgaqosiseko welizwe enithi mayenziwe.
And I think it was around 2 a.m. of that night when after the meeting was done, you know, Trump sends out, he puts out a tweet. And in that tweet, that's when he says that on January 6th, we going to the Capitol. We're gonna march and it's going to be wild.
Kusekuzeni ngokusa ke izithuba zentsimbi yesibini emva kwaloo meeting apho uTrump aye wathumela ke kwiqonga itweet imlayezo othi ngomhla ka-6 kaJanuwari siza kube ke sisiya kwiCapital, kwikomkhulu, siyomatsha apho. Kunjalo nje iza kube isisiganeko esindlongondlongo eso kakhulu.
He didn't go with the advice of Michael, the one of ordering military, because he feared that he was just gonna get resignations left, right, and center. So he opted by calling his fans the soldiers, his fans, not the real soldiers, but his fans, whether the Proud Boys or that group of people, to go and do the work for him.
Akalithathanga ke noko icebiso laba bahlobo bakhe babini lokuba makasebenzise umkhosi unjengoko unjalo, kodwa uye wabona into yoba mabe nokuyekelela kancinci okanye ahlele ngasezantsi, athathe abantu abasemkhosini kodwa bengazuya bekwesaa simo sokuba ngamajoni siluhlaza sinjalo, kodwa babe ngabantu nje abangabaxhasi bakhe abathile ukumncedisa.
And still, he did not stop to put effort on the institutions that he thought they were going to help him. Like, for an example, he now put because he put that tweet on the 19th of December, but 22, 24, he was busy, putting pressure now on the Department of Justice that they should just put a statement out there to say this election was not free and fair. That's all he wanted.
Akayekanga noko ke ukufaka uxinzelelo nangamanye amasebe aqonda into yoba ngaba luncedo kuye. Umzekelo, ulisebenzisile eli sebe lakwaJustice ethi ke malipapashe into ethi olu lonyulo belungelulu lonyulo olukhululekileyo nolufikeleleka ebantwini bonke.
Yeah, so by that time the general of the department was Bill Barr. When he put pressure, Bill Barr resigned, and then there's Jeffrey and someone else were now the acting generals. He also put pressure on them, and they were Republicans. These people that we are talking about, all of them who are standing against Trump, it's Republicans.
Ngama-Republican wonke aba bantu abangahambelaniyo nale ngcamango kaTrump. Naphaya igeneral yayikhona phaya kwaJustice biyi-Republican ethe xa iva olu xinzelelo lokuba mayenze le nto etshiwo nguTrump yangavumelani naye, kahamba yaphetha izishiya intambo. Nabangeneleleyo ke be-ektha endaweni yakhe nabo bebengavumelani ncam nabo bebengama-Republican.
Yeah, it was Jeffrey Rosen and Richard Dono. They're the ones that came after Bill Barr resigned. But
emveni
they
koba uTuba
refused.
iresignile sekungene ke aba babizwe uJeffrey babizwe ngamagama bangena endaweni yakhe.
And they refused. They say there is no evidence. Courts have been, what's the word? They have been refuting or they've been denying all these allegations that you've been claiming. So why do you want
Nabo
us to put that statement when the courts have already said it over and over again that all these things are not there?
nabo abahambelananga nhlobo nalo mbono kaTrump ngoba besithi iinkundla zamatyala eziphakamileyo zisichithile esimangalo sakho zisitsho into yoba kho bungqina buphathekayo le nto yoba usithi kwebiwe ivoti. Kutheni ke ngoku wena ufuna sithethe into ebubuxoki engapasiswanga nazo iinkundla zamatyala?
They also had a meeting with Donald Trump on the 27th of December. You know, it was them, Jeffrey Richard versus Jeffrey Clark, because Trump had found someone within the Justice Department who was willing to put out that statement. But just that person, Jeffrey Clark, was under the leadership of Jeffrey Rosen. So for them to put out that statement, they needed the approval of Richard and Rosen. So it became difficult. So Clark takes them to Trump, is like, no, me, I'm willing to do what you want me to do. But these people are not authorizing, are not budging. So there was a meeting, long hours,
Ithi phithi
27th of December.
ngo-27 kaDisemba kuphinde kwakhona umhlangano ubusuku bonke kungalalwanga. Kukhona ke abantu abangoklakha ii-surname zabo bobabini, omnye ungakuTrump, omnye akavumelani noTrump. Ngoku lo ovumelana noTrump uClark akakwazi ukupasisa engakhange agunyaziswe ngulo ongavumelaniyo noTrump. Seso sixikixiki ke kuxoxwa loo nto.
Yeah. So now, Trump was running out of options. He had been trying left, right, and center. So now the only person or the only option that he had left, because remember what the branches that needs to hold him in check, we say
Trump
the
ke
courts.
ubona
Uh,
uTrump ubonakala ke ephelelwa ngamacebo. Uba kwangena kulo mnyango akancedakali. Inye ke ngoku indawo acinga into obuzawukhe ayisebenzisele yokugqibela. Sikhumbule ke into yoba besithe phaya eburhulumenteni amasebe mathathu ekufuneka emane ejongana omathathu into yokuba ingaba asihamba ngendlela efanelekileyo na.
yes. So the Supreme Courts are already doing, I mean, no, the courts, not the Supreme Court. The courts are already doing their work in in refuting everything that's being claimed. And now it's the Congress should go and count the ballots, and it's the Vice President who should certify the votes. So after the Congress has done the counting, it's the work of according to the Constitution, it's the Vice President that satisfies the votes.
Inkundla ke ii-courts zona sezenzile ulwazi umsebenzi zayikhaba le nto ezi zimangalo zikaTrump. Ngoku iCongress ishiyeke nomsebenzi woba mayibale iivoti. U-Vice President
So
ke nguye oza kujonga aqinisekise into yoba olu balo lweevoti lwenziwe ngendlela eyiyo.
So who was that vice president? It was Mike Pence, a Republican, is the one who was supposed to certify that vote.
NguMike Pence
Those
ke
were-
uzawuqinisekisa into yoba iivoti ziqhube ngokufanelekileyo. Nguye obeyi-Vice President yaye naye uyi-Republican.
And we must remember that Mike Pence has been a loyal guy. He's been loyal to Trump for that first for that period of 4 years. He's always been a good ally in terms of doing whatever Trump wants him to do.
Mike Pence ke sikhumbule besoloko intonga esekhosi uTrump ethembele kuye yonke loo minyaka iyi-4 yale term kaTrump yokuqala. Kungekho nto athi xa eyenza uTrump angamxhasi kuyo uMike Pence.
So after Trump has failed with the states, he's failed with the other institutions like Department of Justice, he's failed with the courts. The next target was Mike Pence. He's saying, Mike Pence, you need to refuse to certify those votes.
Asawube ke uTrump ebonile into yoba zonke ezi kona ziyamlahla, ii-courts, amasebe ojustice akamncedi, uyaqonda into yoba owena mntu ofanele uba makabe yithagethi yakhe ngoku amakangqale kuyo nguMike Pence. Uthi Mike Pence ungakulinge uziqinisekise ezo voti njengeziyinyani.
So on the 4th of January, I guess that period from 3 November to 6 January, it was a very busy period. 4th of January is a meeting with Trump, his advisors, and Mike Pence and his advisors.
Weyi, bekusoloko ke ungalalwa oko nguTrump ke ukususela kumhla ka-6 November kuzoze kuyoba kulo January. Kungena intlanganiso imini nobusuku. Namhlanje ke ngalo mhla ka-4 kaJanuwari nguMike Pence nabacebisi bakhe kunye noTrump nabacebisi bakhe.
And his message is clear to Mike Pence. Is like, Mike Pence, on the 6th of January, you need to refuse to certify the vote. So he's thinking by Mike Pence refusing, then the results are not going to be declared. It's like, no, you're not going to do that. And then Mike Pence is like, okay, Mr. President, I'm going to do my best. And then he looks at his advisors. He's like, but my advisors are telling me this is illegal, it's unconstitutional. So I can't do it, Mr. President.
UTrump ke umxelele ezinkonkxeni zamehlo uMike Pence uba, Mike Pence, wena inye into endifuna uyenze ngalaa mini ka-6 kaJanuwari, ungavumi ukuqinisekisa ezaa voti. Unethemba le nto yoba xa esenza loo nto iyawuthetha ukuthi ke ulonyulo aluqhubeli phambili. UMike Pence uthi ndakwenza konke, Mr. President, endinako kusemandleni ukwenza njengoba ufuna, kodwa abacebisi bakhe uMike Pence bamjamele besithi awukwazi ukwenza loo nto. I-constitution yelizwe ayivumeli loo nto, ayikho semthethweni.
And on the 6th of January, early morning, Trump called Mike Pence again. He's pressuring him, ukuthi, it's the day today. You should not go to the Capitol. You must refuse to certify those results. It's the only way. So you need to stand up and be a patriot. So patriot for Trump, it means, ukuthi, you need to bow to me what I want, my desires, and not to the Constitution.
Mhla ka-6 ekuseni kaJanuwari, Trump kwakhona uyambiza uMike Pence. Mike Pence, ndithe kuwe, uyakhumbula, lufikile usuku 6 kaJanuwari, bendithe ungavumi ukuya phaya ukuyoqinisekisa ezaa voti. Khawume mfondini nam ubonakalise ukuba uyandithanda, uthanda nelizwe. UTrump ke ngokunokwakhe ukuba lithandazwe kuthetha ukuthi makwenziwe intando yakhe yena Trump, ingeyiyo le yengumgaqosiseko welizwe.
And on the 6th of January, remember we said on the 19th of December, Trump had already sent a word to say, my people, we are marching to the Capitol. It's going to be wild. We're going to fight for our country, because if we don't fight, we're going to lose it. So we need to stand up and go fight. So hence we see that big crowd that met, and then Trump gave a speech. And then in that speech, the journalists are saying he mentioned Pence's name about 20 times. He kept on saying Pence because, sorry.
Yeah, so sizokhumbula ke into yoba besithe ngomhla ka-19 kaDisemba uTrump ubebhalile kwiTwitter wathi bazawuhamba ke bengabantu abangamathandazwe bayofika kwiCapital ukuze ke bathintele umhla kaJanuwari 6 uba ungaqhubi ngendlela eyiyo, ngoba bona ngokunokwabo loo nto bayenza kuba beveza ukuxabisa kwabo ilizwe. Kuthiwa ke ngalo mhla ka-6 kaJanuwari igama likaPence ulikhankanye kathathu kayi-20, right, xa esenza ispeech. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, he made that speech in front of his the followers or the fans, and then after that he ordered them to march to the Capitol to go and disturb the certification or the counting of the votes that was taking place taking place here by the Republicans and the Senate. So they went in there, they disturbed, and they were calling Pence because Pence had what's the word? Like Mao. Yeah, there's a word. Because Pence had
Mike Pence. Mike
yeah,
Pence.
yeah. Okay, I'm forgetting the word, but yeah. like it's not disappointed or
Oh,
let down, but there's a word for it. The part or Trump's wishes he had let down because Pence was there certifying the votes. He decided, but no, I'm gonna do the constitutional thing. I'm not gonna listen to Trump. And then he went there to did what was supposed to do.
uTrump ke xa egqiba kwenza intetho yakhe uhlaba umkhosi ke ubakhomba abantu mabambe bayomatsha phaya kwi-capital njengoba betshilo beyophazamiseke laa msebenzi wokuqinisekiswa kweziya voti. Oyena mntu kafunzele kuye nguMike Pence, emkhwaza ke emmemeza. UMike Pence yena khange abe nakuzihlupha ngale nto ayithethwa nguTrump. Uye waqhubeleka wenza umsebenzi njengoko i-constitution imyalela, waqhubeka nokuqinisekisa ivoti.
Yeah, I think they marched, is it there? Or it was around 2, I've forgotten the time, but it continued for 2 hours something, and Trump didn't say a word. He just, because media and everyone was just waiting for the president to call in order these people, but he did not. And it's later on when the police or even the military, they take control of the situation, and then the Congress managed to go back and continue with the work. They managed to continue with the counting and certifying. They finished past midnight on the 6th of
Kweso
January.
siphithiphithi ke kweso siphithiphithi ke kuphazanyiswa lo msebenzi, amehlo ajonge kuTrump ancama belindele into yoba njengopresident kumele ukuba abe nelizwi alithethayo ukwenzile into yoba esi sixuku sabantu sibe nokuzola sibuyele ezingqondweni. Kodwa uTrump wasuke wazithulela wazivalela owakhe umlomo. Kodwa ke emva kweeyure ezimbini kwangenelela amapolisa kwakunye ke nabomkhosi ukuze ke isimo sibe sibuyela ekuzoleni. Yathatha ke iCongress elo thuba yabuyela ekubeni iqhubeleke nomsebenzi wokubala okanye ke ukuqinisekisa ivoti.
And Joe Biden was declared the president-elect after the certification was done.
Kusawuqinisekiswa ke ivoti ezo kwamenyezelwa kuvakaliswa into uba nguye ke uprezidanti oza kungena ezintanjeni uJoe Biden.
And after that day, Republicans came out strong because remember, okay, let me not go back, but came out
Emva
strong
kwalo-
to
emva kwalo suku
release.
ke
Yeah, they were calling out Trump, saying how bad, like what he did was not, they were criticizing him that no, it was unconstitutional, it was it was disgraceful and everything. They were calling Trump out.
emveni kwesi siganeko ke iRepublicans zibe nesibindi ngakumbi zomelela zabubona obu bundlavini bobu krwada bongabi nasimilo kukaTrump ophula i-constitution bembona ububi bakhe kangangoko.
And then on the 13th of January, Trump was impeached again.
Ngomhla ka-13 kaJanuwari ke ukhutshiwe ke esihlaleni uTrump.
Well, he had already lost. I don't know how we can translate impeachment, but maybe it's fine. Let's leave it there. So, and this impeachment, 10 Republicans voted together with the Democrats to say what Trump had done was wrong.
Kule impeachment ke kuvotiwe ama-Republican ayi-10 aye adibana namademokrat ayi-3 bevumelana ngamxhelonyo into yoba uTrump lesi senzo asenzileyo sibi.
Ama-Democrats, they're not 3. Mangaki kanti?
Oh, sorry.
Was it 250? I wrote it somewhere, but I forgot. Well, I can't peruse it now, but yeah. So this was the highest number, like of all the impeachment that ever happened in the history of America. With Clinton being impeached, Trump impeached for the first time and stuff. Like this was the highest number of Republicans to like it was the highest, what do they call it, bipartisanship, like the Republicans and and Democrats, you know, agreeing. It's the highest number because remember that time when I was impeached in 2019, only one Republican said what you did, Trump, was unconstitutional. But now we have like 10.
So xa e-impeacha uTrump kweli tyeli kufumaneke elona nani lakhe laphakama ezimbalini zeAmerica apho sifumana khona inani elingaka ukuba likhulu lamaRepublican ehambelana okanye ethetha ngamqhelomnye neDemocrats, iqela ke lisoloko lingathi leliphikisayo kodwa kuvunyelwana ngendlela yoba maka-impeache uTrump.
Yeah, and usually for the president that is going out and the other one who is coming in, like for example, Trump is from 3 November until 20 January the following year, the inauguration. So you already know who is going out, who is coming in. In this case, Trump was the president going out and Joe Biden was coming in. There was supposed to be a transition going on, like the two presidents working together, the handover and everything. There was supposed to be a smooth handover between these 2 dates, but that did not happen. After, I think even before the impeachment of Trump, he left the White House and he just you know, disappeared. He just left.
Ukususela kulaa mhla ka-3 November ukuya ke ekubekweni ngokusesikweni kwepresidenti entsha ibuzakwenza nge-20 kaJanuwari, bekumele into yoba kweliya xesha kube khona intsebenziswano yokuba lo uprezidanti oza kuphuma abe unikezela ngendlela efanelekileyo kulo ongenayo. Kodwa akwenzekanga kanjalo. Kufika umhla ka-20 nje yokumiselwa kwalo presidenti omtsha sele ephume kudala lo onguTrump kuba izinto bezingekho ntle. Phofu ke iingxelo zithi ebengabasabonakali kwakubonakala engaziwa kwaba utshoniphi.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm way over time, but I just want us to finish this just finish the row of the breakers because we've been here for about 3 presentations.
Ndiyaxolisa, ndiyalibona ixesha selimkile kodwa ndifuna nje sicacise le ndima yamaza alatyuzayo amagagasi.
So what do we have here on the 6th of January?
Yintoni ke siyifumanayo kulo mhla ka-6 kaJanuwari?
For the first time, we have a president that does not want to transfer power.
Okokuqala ezimbalini sifumana ipresident engafuniyo ukunikezela komnye ngamandla.
We have a president that does not want to serve the people.
Sinopresident ongafuniyo ukukhonza abantu.
We have a president that has no regard for the constitution.
Sifumana upresident apha ongayikhathalanga kwayena i-constitution.
But want his personal interest, personal wants to be that's what he cares about. Not he doesn't want to protect the people or to serve the people, want to serve himself.
Akanalo lincinane ixesha lokucinga ngabantu okokuba kufuneka ebancedile ebakhonzile. Into ephambili kuye sisiqu sakhe.
Because from 1798, there had been always been I don't want to say smooth, but there had been a peaceful, transfer of power from one president to another.
Ndingafuni ukutsho njalo into yoba izinto bezimtyibilizi, kodwa xa sibona ukususela phaa ku-1798 bekusoloko kukhona noko okokuba amandla aphume komnye upresident aye komnye ngaphandle kwengxwabangxwaba.
And it was a statement to the world that there is no king. Power is temporal. There is no one who is above the constitution, everyone is below, and they are held accountable by the constitution. What it says that there is no king.
Umlayezo obucacile ke obubukwa lihlabathi liphela ibingowento okokuba ngoku kuyavezwa ukuba akukho king apho into yokulawula iba yinto yonaphakade iba lilifa, kodwa ngoku ulawulo lwepresidenti lolwexeshana, imele uba ingene umzuzwana iphinde iphume kungekho kuxhuthaxhuthana okanye kubanga ukuthi makahlale ngonaphakade upresidenti.
And like, to be honest, especially in the beginning period, during the time period of slavery, it was not easy. The South, almost at every election, it was there were threats that, if things didn't go their way, they will withdraw from the union, or secede, like it's the word, is it secede from the union? There were always those threats. But even in the midst of that, around the 1860, when Abraham Lincoln won, still, when it comes to transfer of power, it was always peaceful.
Emnyanisweni ke akusiza uvoto, bekusoloko kungakhange kube lula, kuba khona uzothuso nokoyikisana, ilelo iqela lifuna into yoba elinye maloyike ukuze lirhoxe. Kodwa kuye kuthi ke xa sekwenzekile kwakhona lo ophumelelayo, kube khona ukunikezela ngendlela eseluxolweni engenamsindo.
And not every, but elections always sparked protest, around, especially George Bush, the junior, his election also, there were protests and everything going on. But even in the midst of that, the transfers were peaceful.
Singakhumbula nje umzekelo into yoba ngexesha likaBush uJunior bekuneziganeko ezininzi zeetoyitoyi, abantu bephuma emgwaqweni bevukela. Kodwa kuthi kunjalo xa sele ke ephumelela lo uphumeleleyo, kuba khona ukunikezela omnye upresidenti komnye ngendlela enoxolo enokuthula.
And that spoke to the institutional integrity that, there was no king.
Le nto ke ibiye ityhile ukuphakama nokuba sezingqondweni koburhulumente obukhona nokupasisa ingcamango ethi akukho kumkani.
So on the 6th of January, this is where we come to the climax of that kingship demand, when Trump has it in his heart to become a king, where he has no regard for the constitution.
Xa sifika kwisiganeko sikaJanuary 6 kulapho sibona khona okusentliziyweni kaTrump into yoba yena unale ngqondo nengcamango yokuba afune ngenkani ukuba yiking apha efuna ulawulo noba sekumnyama entla.
And this is because, okay, so according to our of Acts 27, we're saying that this is sign number 1. And that sign, we're saying it's a sign that shipwreck is at hand, like the ship is about to destroy. So that's sign number 1. And then sign number 2, we said it's the number 2520. Remember?
Siyayicacisa ke into yokokuba njengoba besichaza ngala magagasi, sithi ke luphawu lokuqala oluchaza ukuba ukuphahlazeka komkhumbi kuseduze. Sithi ke uphawu lwesibini i-2520.
We're not going to touch on 2520 today. We're going to touch it next time. But I just want to make a point, because a certain point. So after they have received the sign that shipwreck is here, what do they do to the ship?
Xa sebe ke asizukuchaphazela ke asizungena nzulu kwi-2520 namhlanje, kodwa ndifuna nje sikhumbule into yoba emveni koba ke sebeqaphele into yoba umkhumbi ubonakala uphahlazeka, benze ntoni kuwo umkhumbi?
I'm asking the class a question. I know you're tired.
They use the ropes to tie and the
Yes,
anchors too. Yeah.
yes, they put the anchors. It's the anchors that held the ship. If the anchors did not hold it, then that ship was going to shipwreck straight away. There was not gonna be, time, just to delay. Because remember, we say the anchors, they just delay shipwreck. So if
Yeah.
the anchors didn't hold the ship was gonna be destroyed same time. So in this, what we have tried to go through today, has it maybe, are you able maybe to tell what could represent the anchors?
See, ubuziwe kumbuzo into yoba ngeliya xesha umkhumbi uphahlazeka uye wancedwa yintoni uba ungaphahlazeki uphele ngelaa xesha. Loo nto leyo buya ke isithi bakhuphe eziya ntambo bawubophelele. Kangayinto yoba uba bangavi ngenxa yezaa ntambo ngeba uphahlazeke ngoko nangoko. Umbuzo ke olandelayo ngulo othi emveni koba sifundile ke ngoku niyakwazi naklasi ukuchaza into yokokuba ezi anchors zintoni.
Maybe the people are gone. Some people are sleeping. All right.
No,
Or
they're
maybe I
still
should
here.
just, Ma.
No, they're still here.
Okay. Yeah, I just had to stop sharing because when I'm sharing, I can't see who is here and stuff. But
Yeah.
maybe let me just leave it as food for thought. Yeah, so that next time when we meet again, we can discuss this. But at least the idea that I can give you is that if the anchors didn't do their job, everything was gonna be done till 2021. But the anchors didn't work just to
Masike
delay and
siyishiya apho ke kulungile ke masivumelane ngokuthi siyayishiya kule ndawo sizayicinga kakuhle ke sesihleli ukuba ezi anchors yintoni. Kodwa ke into emasivumelane ngayo le yoba ezo anchors zizo ezibambe umkhumbi. Kungenjalo ngeba yonke into yenzeke yagqibeka ngalaa mini babengavi kusithiwa ngenxa yee-anchors ngeba kuphelile ngo-2021.
yeah. So I think for today we're gonna end here. It's been a very long study. I'm very sorry. I'm not gonna do it someone because I'm so bad. I might even start from scratch and then take another hour. So I'll just end here. If anyone has a burning question, sure, go through and ask or clarification or comment, and then we close.
Ndiyaxolisa kakhulu ukunibambezela, andisafuni nokwenza isishwankathelo isifinqi ngoba andikho mhle ngaphetha sendiqalela phantsi kuphinde ndithathe omnye u-2 hours. So, excuse me, mandivumele nje ithuba lemibuzo nabafuna ukuphawula okanye bafuna ukwengeza. Now I found the application very interesting and the details for the January 6 events, January 6 event and the leading the leading events to the January 6. I find it's very interesting. I always say this every day that it's so interesting. Prophecy. I never knew that prophecy is so palatable. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so glad if you found it interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like looks like people are good. They're happy. So we're just gonna close in prayer.
Yeah,
Do you mind?
Okay. Siyathandaza. Nkulunkulu ongcwele, dear Lord, we thank you so much for all the provisions that you are making for us. Your mercies are new every day, and you always provide us with all the nourishment that we can be fit and we can be fully armored for whatever is going to come our way. We know that the devil is attacking each and every one of us, left, right, and center. But we are delighted to know that we are serving a mighty God who is always preparing everything that we need as an armor in the battle. Thank you once again, dear Lord, for this wonderful lesson. Please bless the teacher who has been preparing, knowing very well that she also has his personal commitments and demands. She's a parent who sometimes is trapped on the road, but bearing in mind that there's a flock to be fed. Please bless her in a special way, dear Lord, in the family that she's taking care of. We thank you, dear Lord, for the movement, the leadership, the members, each and every one of us. Even those who might think that they are not important, please, dear Lord, revive us and let us know that we are all valuable in your eyes, regardless of what position we are holding, regardless of how we participate. As long as we participate, no matter how small it might appear or we may think it is, but we know in your eyes that, dear Lord, we are doing a very great job to make the movement to be live. Please, as we are going to retire, dear Lord, from the week that has been hectic for some of us. We have had some challenges, but amidst everything, we are happy, dear Lord, to know that through it all, you have been with us. Thank you, dear Lord, for taking good care of each and every one of us. And we thank you, Lord, in a special way for the wonderful Sabbath that you prepared for us. And as we are having these other hours, please help us, dear Lord, to enjoy and receive and embrace the blessings that you have prepared for us. Thank you for everything. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for the
Thank you,
prayer.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zodwa.
Thank you for the study. It was so clear,
Oh,
informative.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Foti, for
Good night,
translating.
everyone.
Really appreciate. Thank you,
My
everyone,
pleasure.
for joining. And this is the end. We'll meet tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock for our
Thank
morning
you.
lesson.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Bye. Night, everyone.